Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Anne. Hello, Joni and Susan Margaret. I am more than rested. Good morning, Wanda. It's called Better Living Through Pharmaceuticals. Good morning, Helen. Good morning, Wanda. Hello, Heather. I'm not normally one to take pills, and I have pills that I take on long trips with me. So if I'm going to be on a plane for 14, 15 hours, which happens quite often if you're going to Australia, I take one and I sleep for 10 hours, dead to the world. And so last night I thought, not really traveling at the moment, might as well try one. I was asleep, I think I took the pill at 10. I was asleep at 10:01, and my watch woke me up at 8 o'clock. It's 10 hours, so I'm good to go. Good morning, Sam, and it appears that Facebook has fixed their problems. I can see everybody coming in, I can see comments. All is well in the world, it's sunny outside. It's going up to like 11 degrees today. Morning, Cisco. So yeah. The only not good thing happening, probably, not definite, but probably. Hi, Sue. Advans. Morning, Kathy. The only not good thing that possibly may be happening in the Windsor-Essex area, hello, Marnie, is there's a very good chance, morning, Mary, that we'll be going into the next stage of lockdown here. We had 126 cases Wednesday, 104 cases yesterday. Not looking good, so I've got a feeling we're going to be going into lockdown. Gotta do what you gotta do. I know the schools are going back to online on Monday. So that all being said, I'm going to have some more extra time on my hands. So starting on Monday, if we do go into lockdown, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'll be doing an extra session in the afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good morning, Denise. Those are going to be at a higher BPM. They'll be starting at 125 and will go as high as 130. For some people, that's like, oh my God, that is so fast. But when you put the math into it, for example, we started this session way back in April at 120 beats per minute. We are currently doing 122 up to 124. So let's go to 124. That's 4 extra steps a minute. That's one extra one of these every 15 seconds. Don't think it's all that bad. Don't look at it as this huge jump from 120 to 125. Break it down into how many extra steps per minute that is. Okay? Even at 130 beats per minute, which is a pretty good pace, we're only adding one extra one of these every 10 seconds. No, that's not true. Every 6 seconds. Got to do the math. So if you're around and you have the energy, come give it a try and see what you think. We'll be starting at 125, which is only one more beat per minute than what we're doing today. There will be no exercise equipment. It's strictly going to be a warm-up, an aerobic, and a cool down. Approximately 30 minutes. Should be enough time to get you well done, get showered, and get ready to prepare some dinner. Or have dinner prepared for you, as the case may be. It is exactly 10 o'clock. Let's get started. And I hope you all have your yellow on today. I want some selfies on Monday. Monday is Silly Hat Day. And roll those shoulders forward. And alternate. And roll them back. Good morning, Connie. And alternate. Forward and back. Up and down. Up and down. And bring those arms in. Arms out. Wrists. Good morning, Sarah. And fingers. Good morning, Sherry. And fingers and fists. And back to that march. And let's hula. Changing direction. And back to that march. Hamstring. And back to your march. Toe tap. Left and right. Heel. Left and right. Go to the other heel. Left and right. Toe tap. Left and right. And march. Let's get a bounce in that step. Don't let your heels touch the ground. Let's go for a walk. Don't let those heels touch. And march. Heels forward. Let's get our arms involved. When you bring those arms back, get those shoulder blades all the way back. Let's double that motion. Back to singles. And back to your march. So we're going to step out to the side. We are going to alternate. It's more a little bit side and back. We're going to bring in that inner John Travolta today. Hello, Sandy. And back to your march. Just toe forward. Leaning back slightly. Morning, Christine. And back to your march. Toe back. Back to your march. Toes out front, hands nice and high. Good morning, Sharon. Change that to hands out to the side. We're going to alternate between front and back. Here we go. Front and then side. Sorry, I said back, I meant side. We're going to do one of each in front and then double it on the side. Next round, Here we go. And double. Back to single. Changing it to doubles in front. Here we go. And singles on the side. Going to doubles on both sides, and I screwed it up as I was talking. Here we go at the beginning. Doubles. And back to your march. Quick drink. We need to cha-cha. Okay, so for the new folk, let's teach you how to cha-cha. Foot forward, and then back. Cha-cha-cha. Back. Forward. Cha-cha-cha. One more time slow. Forward, back, cha-cha-cha. Everybody got it? Here we go. Now this same motion, but we're going to turn out to the side, in front, and back. Looks like this. Good morning, Carol. Didn't see you sneak in. I was busy cha-chaing. Front and back. So take notice which foot you're stepping forward with right now. We're going to switch it up. Forward with the other foot. Morning, Coralie. And as we did with the other one, we're going to be turning to the side. Here we go. And forward, back. And back to your march. Let's get those arms up. Up and forward. Up, forward, quarter to three. I think I screwed that one up. And back to your march. Get your feet hip width apart. Let's do the squats. And march. Bring those feet a little bit wider. We're going to go down into a squat, but we're going to stay there. And pulse. Left and right. And pulse. Left and right. Now as you work your way up, bring those feet in, but keep that rock going. And march. Bring those knees up nice and high. Get ready for the car wash. Double it. Back to singles. Back to your march. Hamstrings. Back to your march. A little bit of boxing. Let's bring it up to pace. Bring it up tall. Bring it back down. And bring in those abs. Punching down. We're going to change something. God, we haven't done this probably since May. We're going to ignore the music, and we're going to punch as fast as we can. Ready? Go. And punch. Uppercuts. Bring it up tall. Bring it back down. Bend those knees. And back up. So the same thing we did with the jabs as fast as we could, we're going to do uppercuts. They won't be as fast, bigger muscles. You get the idea. Ready? And march. Yeah, we all need to do that rapid punch every once in a while, Sarah. And let's do our airplane. So these are small circles. And a little bit bigger. Now those of you with shoulder problems, be careful of this one. Because as we get larger, the rotator cuff right in here is going to get worked. And if you have problems with that, stay at this size. And a little bit larger. And backwards. Fairly large. Same thing, watch those shoulders. And smaller. And smaller. Now, bringing those circles forward, Same thing we did with the punches. We're going to go as fast as we can. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Then changing directions. And back to your march. Let's see here. We can either do a V step or we can do the clock. Let's do the V step. Go forward and back. We'll start slow. It's out, out, and then backward V. And then back in. Add the arms. It's up, up, in, up, up. Let's bring this to pace. March. Let's do the clock with our feet anyway. Do it slow to start. 12, 3. Change to the other foot. Bring it up to pace. When we come back, we're going to stick to one leg. Other leg. Back to your march. Toe tap, both heels. Keep those arms involved. Left and right. New shoes, can't do left and right. New shoes and clean floors, not a good combination for sliding. Toes. Left and right. And back to your march. Good thing I didn't try traveling. Woo. Hamstrings. Back to your march. Big hula. Changing directions. And back to your march. Fingers. Press those fingers to your thumbs. And wrists. And send those arms out. those arms in. Shoulders up and down. And alternate. Forward and back. Roll them back. And forward. And we are going to start with hand weights today after I get my drink. So I actually missed my 15-minute drink. Started feeling thirsty. Remember the rule about hydration. If you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. The key is to never feel thirsty. Hydrate, hydrate often. Feet hip width apart. Bring those weights back as far as comfortable. And today's going to be an ultra slow day. Bringing those weights forward. Resisting gravity both directions as we pull up. And then back. So there is a difference between doing something slow and doing something fast. When you do it slow, it builds strength. When you do it rapidly and repeatedly, that builds endurance. Yes, we need them both, but strength in most of our lives is more important than endurance. Usually we need to be able to do something once or twice with great strength and then move on. Most of us in our daily lives don't do the same thing repeatedly for 15 and 20 minutes at a time, unless it's snow shoveling. So this is building strength. Bring the weights to the middle of your tummy. Bring the abs in. Same thing today. We're going to do this slow. We're going to do our ab work very slow. We need to work on that core. One more this direction. Then bringing it across the body. Other side. Check your breathing. Check your torso. Is it nice and tall? Leaving the weights to the bottom. We're going to bring the weights up, and when we finish, we curl the wrists. Leaving the weights to the side. Just leaning, bring this arm up. Remember, you're leaning side to side, not front and back. Some of you, we're going to do squats with weights, so we're going to do them just slightly different. Some of you may want to have a chair handy, just in case you need it. We'll wait some time for you to get a chair, just in case. So we're going to do our squats, but when we get to the bottom, we're going to hold the squat. Once again, this is a strengthening motion. Okay, so the weights are out front. And we stay. And then back up slow. So this builds your glutes, basically your bum muscles, and your quadriceps, which are those muscles between your hips and your knees. Then, bringing those weights up over your head. And the only thing that moves is from your elbows to your hands. And bringing those weights down. Feet are together. Pulse. And then as before, we go slow both directions. Up and down. The motion of bringing your heels back to the ground needs to be done ultra slow. Gravity's doing most of the work for you. You have to resist that. We are done with hand weights. I'm going to get a quick drink. And I actually need to run and grab a towel. I will be back in a few seconds. It is warm in here today. Let's go to resistance band. And wrapping it up. And once you're there, let's pulse. Four count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And pulse. Bring it up tall. And back down. Good Good morning, Joanne. Now, leaving one arm down, we come diagonal across the body. Switching arms. I'm going to release a little bit so I can do a full body stretch. Other way. And wrapping back up, left and right. Up and down. Bottom hand is stationary. Changing that upper hand. And then wrapping that up into a ball. Bring it out. Then, grabbing with both hands and pulse out. Big muscles here. Give it a good try. And out. In. Out. In. We're going to be holding this for a 4 count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Come on, good pull. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Take it in one hand and pulse. Take it to the other hand and pulse. Other hand and squeeze, release. Other hand, squeeze, release. We're done with resistance band. Quick drink. Grab that ball. Now we'll start simple. Finger and thumbs only. When you get to mid-chest, change hands. And then back up. Just taking that ball and catching. Taking that ball, place it between the palms of your hands and pulse. And squeeze, release, come on. Pulse. Bring it Get up tall. And back down. Left and right. Taking it in one hand, pulse. Other hand. Other hand, squeeze, release. Other hand. Other hand, 4 count. 1, 2. Release. Release. Other hand. Pass that ball around the body. Change directions. We're going to be doing a figure 8. If you need a chair, now's the time to get it. Figure 8. We are done with the ball. Change up the music. I'm going to show you a slightly different push-up today for those that want to give it a try. Give me a minute to change up the music. Get ready. Get your chair ready, you need it. Okay, so we do wall push-ups. The wall is very stationary. Toes 1/2 meter to 3/4 of a meter away from the wall. Body is a plank. And you do your push-up. Now, if you want to try something a little bit different and you feel confident in your upper body strength, you can use a chair to do the same thing, but gravity is going to pull you down a little bit more because you're on a different angle. Okay? You have to make sure that this chair is not going to move. This is all arm and shoulder work. You can do that. I don't think you can see it. I have a couch over here. You can do the same thing on the arm of a couch. You're a little bit lower. The key here is to make sure it's your upper body that you're using, not your knees. So basically you can do any of these push-ups on something lower than where you're normally reaching on the wall. If you're not comfortable with these, you don't have the equipment to do this, then do your wall push-ups. Nothing wrong with those at all. On Monday, I'm going to show you some variations on the actual wall push-up. A little bit more one-armed, a little bit more strength building. In the meantime, one palm on top of the other, stretching nice and tall. Hi, Steffi. You sneaked in while I wasn't looking. Reach a little bit taller. Keeping that pressure, watch the rotator cuff pushing out. Bring in the abs, pushing down. And from here, just release that pressure. Bend at the waist. Up slow. So that last stretch is not about touching your toes. If you can touch your toes, that's great. If you can touch the floor, that's great too. I have never in my life ever been able to touch my toes with straight legs. I'm not concerned about it. That's not what the exercise is for. It's just meant to pull out the spine a little bit and let gravity do the work for you. Very good at that. Very good at letting gravity do my work. Stretch those arms out, leaning from side to side. Keep those feet flat on the floor. Then I want you to take one arm forward, one arm back. So I have one with my fingers pointed down, or up, one with my fingers pointed down, pressing forward and backwards at the same time, and then switching that up. This is your social distance exercise. Then coming out to the side, rotating all the way around. My chair, we'll do the hip flexor, so that leg comes up to 90 degrees, and it stays at 90 degrees, forward and back. Don't kick that leg out and back, keep that position just like it is here. Torso stays tall. Going to the other side. Going to add to that, make sure you've got a lot of room off to one side. Keeping the torso tall, we're coming straight out. Then going to the other side. Not going to do hamstrings today. You can do them if you like when we're done. Breathing from the bottom of our lungs, fill them right up till you can hold no more. And when you exhale, get rid of it all. Everything, every ounce that you should be gasping at the end. Here we go. In. And out. So here's your experiment today. When you finish exhaling, without taking a breath in, try to say a sentence. If you can speak without exhaling, then you haven't exhaled everything in the first place. Give that a try. Here we go. I have to breathe in to talk. That's it for today. That's it for this week. We will see you on Monday. In case you didn't see the notice that I posted just before the class started, if we go into lockdown in the Windsor-Essex area, where it's a pretty good chance we will, I will be putting a Monday, Wednesday, Friday afternoon session on. It'll be a little bit faster. I don't think it's anything that all of you can't handle, but it's going to strictly be the warm-up, the aerobic, and the cool-down. There'll be no equipment involved. So stay tuned. I'll put up a definite notice if that's going to happen. It is a gorgeous day out there. Get out there and have a walk. Have a great weekend. Look up for your silly hats for Monday. Bye.